Hello, everyone, and welcome you all to another chapter of the basic JavaScript tutorial. So now we are on our chapter number 4, and over here I am going to teach you guys about the constants in JavaScript. So in our last class, we do have learned about variables, and here in this chapter, we are going to learn about constants. Okay, like how a constant work, how it is actually different from a variable, and how you can define it as well. So let's not waste much time and let's get started. So over here on my screen, as you guys can see that I do have this code, okay, which we have done in our last class. So now we already know that how we can actually work with a variable right over here. So now let's try to understand that how you can actually work on with a console or a constant. Okay, so now let's come here. I have just deleted that. Now I want to find the total area of a place. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to just multiply length into breadth. Okay, so for that, now I want to save those numbers inside my variables. So for that, now what you need to do is first I will just type let, and now my PC understand that I'm trying to define a variable. So let len, I'll just give a space, let len g equal to 6.7, and now I'll just click on enter, and I'll just type let and brea, and what I'm going to do is I'll just put equal to, and I will just put 4.8. Okay, so over here, as you guys can see, now I have created two variables. The first variable name is length and the second variable name is breadth. Okay, over here, now if I do want to find the total, and also I want to save the total. Okay, so I'm just going to create another variable. So for that, I'll just type let, and after that, what I can do is I can just name or define the variable. So I'll just go with my underscore area over here. And now, as you guys can see that I do have also mentioned it. Okay, so now what I can do is I can just come down, and from here, now I will just type my underscore area is going to be equal to len into bre, okay, which is the short form of breadth. Okay, so now if you just take a look over here, you guys can see now my whole motive is to find the length of a particular area. Okay, so from here, now my main intention was to actually find out the area, the total area. And now you guys can see I do have mentioned inside a variable the length of that area and also the breadth of that area as well. So to find my area, I have done equal to length and breadth. Okay, because I want to find the total area, so I need to know the length and the breadth, and I have to multiply, then only I will be getting the amount of the whole area right over here, right? So in that case, let's say now I'll just click on enter, and for printing it out, I will just go with console.log, which is console.log. Then I'll just open parenthesis, and inside here, as I want to print my area, my underscore area is printed. So let's go with Control S, and now let's use this code runner, and you guys can see it is showing me 32.16. So in the variable, anytime we can just make any changes. As you guys can see, for this len variable, as you have seen over here, now if I also mention len equal to, instead of 6.7, I'll just go 8.7. Okay, and now control S to save this line of code, and if I just run this, you guys can see it is showing me the answer as 41.76, and before the answer was 32.16. Okay, so this is how it actually works. Like if you do want to update it, you guys can also update inside a variable, and while defining a variable you can see that you have used the let keyword. Okay, but now let's say the breadth of the area which I had, I don't want to change it at all. Okay, or that won't be changeable at what from the very beginning. Like if I try to come here down of the code line of the code, then also you guys will be able to see that I'm not able to execute that change in my line of code. Okay, so for that, what you need to do is, if you want to create a constant, instead of let, you need to use const keyword. Okay, so you need to type const. Okay, so const, which is known as const. And now let's try to change the breadth. So if I just come here and if I just tell a equal to, as it was 4.8, now I'll just go with 9.2 and control S to save it. And now when I just try to run this line of code, you guys can see you are assigning to constant variable, like you're trying to change a constant variable. So whatever thing you save with the keyword const, that won't be able, like that particular thing you won't be able to change in later stages of your class as well. Like if you do want to change it later, make sure to turn it into a variable, then you can just work with that. So as I was telling you guys, that there are two ways if you want to create a container. So a constant is also a container, a variable is also a container. But if you want to temporarily save something inside a container, that is a variable. If you want to permanently save some element or data inside a container, that is known as a constant. Okay, so if you again change this keyword from const to let, then only you will be able to modify the other part of it. So now let's come here. I do have just deleted this thing. Okay, and over here, as you guys can see, now I am not able to redefine this. Okay, I am not able to define the breadth. So if I just come here and now if I just run this line of code or control S to save it, now using the code runner, let's try to run this line of code. You guys can see it is taking 41.76. Though I can change the length or the element inside my length, but I won't be able to change the element inside my bri, okay, or my constant variable. So yeah, I hope you guys have understood this particular class, and I hope to see you all in the next chapter, where we're gonna learn more about variables, more about JavaScript, and especially we are going to learn in the next chapter about different data types available inside JavaScript. So see you all till then, take care and goodbye everyone.